Wait a minute, what are we doing today? See, not that one. I don't want that. I want this one here. Blackboard. Start here. Four lines today, 3/7 layer and compound. Oh, okay. All right, I need compound inequalities. Did I actually go into Blackboard yet? No, I'm not in there yet. Outlines. You got graph paper? Okay. We're gonna do some graphing today. We're gonna jump around to 9.3. Section here. Go back. Where is the top of that thing at? There it is. Do you have any questions on the homework?
No, I'm fine now.
Okay.
I just did some standard form and, point slope.
Okay.
And. So when are your days that you're available?
It's on the syllabus. This is the top of the syllabus.
Oh, okay.
I'm available. I'm on campus every day.
Okay.
But on Monday and Wednesday, no, I am to teach on Monday and Wednesday, but my office hours are virtual. So you can do WebEx if you want. But the other days I'm physically here on Tuesday. It says that in the syllabus. All right, let's draw myself an axis and then we will get to moving. Okay. We're gonna graph this thing. The rest of the class are probably. This thing we're gonna graph. Notice it's not an equal sign, so it's a little bit different, but we're still gonna work the way we normally do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to graph this thing. That's what we're gonna try to get through tonight, is graphing these inequalities. Okay, now what we do is just like any equation that you're given, like a line, you would get y by itself since it's in slope intercept form. So could you tell me how I can get y by itself here? What should I do to make sure that y is by itself? So no, you want this to go over there, don't you? You want the y to be by itself.
Okay.
Remember, you want to get it in slope intercept form. And if I subtract 4x, let me get this on. If I subtract 4x from each side, I can't combine it with that. I'll put it over here somewhere. I have y is less than or equal to, it did not change that thing. Negative 4x plus 3. Can you graph that line? It's pretty straightforward, I think.
Just,
It's right, where does this line, where does it start? Where should I, let me get my,
three of Y intercept.
so let me go over here and get my dot maker. All right, so you said what now?
The Y intercept on the three up.
Up to 303 is the Y-intercept. Let me get it on there. If I can get my hand steady. My left hand needs to help me. Yeah, I'm left-handed. That's why this is such a problem. Yeah, it does. See how much better the left-handed is? I know.
Oh, yeah, but like.
Half of us in here are lefties. But yeah, if you should see people try to use my mouse,
Oh,
it's not pleasant for them. They don't like it. Anyways, so this is essentially an equation. It's gonna tell you how to draw the line. Now, how should I proceed now that I have this point in? How should I go and get the rest of them?
you just make it align just like you normally would, so like,
What's the slope? What's the slope?
so up, you're down or right one.
Down 4, right 1. So the slope is -4/1, correct?
Yeah.
And then I just laid down a few of these for accuracy's sake. And I'll reverse myself, so I'll go left 1 and up 4. That's about as far as this graph will handle. And let's go ahead and get a line through it. These lines are a pain for this too, because, well, I don't know, I've never tried left-handed. Yeah, I have actually. Oh, look how fat that is. I didn't want that. Now we'll see how it looks like when I adjust the size of it. Not bad. All right, now. Oh, I left a dot. Okay, so here's my line. Now, there's more to it than this. Notice that equation is not an equation, but it's an inequality. Inequalities means that there's a collection of numbers that satisfy it, not just one particular number. So, can you imagine this line as having an upper part and a lower part? Can you do that? Where is the upper part on this line?
Right-hand side.
The upper part is more brightish, but it is. This is the upper part.
Yeah.
The lower part. You both see this? Now, Y controls the vertical. What do you think is I'm going to choose here? I'm going to choose one of these two, the upper or the lower. And I'll show you why it works. So, which do you think I should choose based on that inequality? Lower. Yep. Since Y is less than or equal, we're talking about the Y controls the vertical. The vertical is less than if you want whatever going on horizontally. But this means here, do I have the drawing? This guy right here means. This, I'm gonna put quotes around below because we'll have to have an understanding of what below means. And I mean underneath of that, so. What we do is we shade underneath of the line, pick a color, you don't have to use a color if you don't want to. What I typically do is something like this. I'll probably go like, I want this region to be the one that I'm talking about. So maybe indicate it some way with some sort of a shading. A way to check yourself is to pick some number, some point, anywhere in this area, plug it in and see if it works. Boom, that makes sense. Okay, so give me a point to pick.
-3, -1.
You didn't have to be so creative.
Oh, yeah, but it's.
What is the easiest point that is sitting there in the shaded region?
0, 0.
0, 0. This is absolutely the easiest. So this is gonna be like my test point for check, it's like every checkpoint.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so we have the inequality as it was originally given was this.
It's like cheating though.
Now I'm replacing that.
It was like,
Well, I'm gonna have to do some explanation then. Is this true? What do you get on this side of it?
No, it's false. But is that negative?
Was that negative?
Oh.
No, that's positive 4 over there. So here,
Oh, 4 times 0, yeah, okay.
it wouldn't have mattered what it was. 0 is in fact less than or equal to 3, isn't that
Yeah.
true? So I plugged them in and I made sure the inequality was true. Now, I'm gonna pick anything outside of the shaded area and show you that it's false.
So 1, 0?
That sounds good. So we'll pick this point here. We'll pick this 1, 0. Now come back to the inequality again.
So 4 is less, or is more.
Let me put it in. So x is 1. So I have 4 times 1 plus 0. Is that a true statement?
No.
That's false, isn't it? So do you see why one point is a solution and another point is not? So that's the way it's gonna be for these. You're gonna shade a region. And this isn't even the most complicated. Later, we're gonna lay on 2 graphs, look at the region that they,
Oh,
Maybe.
intersect?
yeah, but look at intersecting lines too. All right, with this said, then I'm gonna give you one just like it to try. If the inequality had been switched to the other direction, we would have shaded on the opposite side. Do we understand? Okay. Well, I can put up the problem without moving this, I think. So you can see what I did. Do 14. I want something just like it. Now, with the less than, it's slightly different, and I'll explain that as you get ready to graph. With the less than, when you go to graph it, use a dashed line to graph it. Don't graph, I'll explain later. Don't graph a solid line.
Oh, because it's, oh,
I'll explain the difference in a minute.
yeah.
There is a difference, but I'll explain it. You guys go ahead and work that one, see how you do. You guys both have graph paper today? Okay.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 of.
I got more if you need. That's another one there. So I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said. Make a homework while you guys are working. I already made it up. I don't remember. No. 9.3.
You guys, there's no class next week, right?
It.
Okay.
I think I got it.
All right, let me grab some of these and then I'll come around. That does everything except the last three. How about you? How are you coming along? Do you think you got it? You think you got it? All right, I'll be there in a second. Let me get this last one more time and then I'll get over there. This is not quite, I think, when you subtracted the 4s, it became negative.
I thought it was positive.
No, originally it was, but when you subtract it from both sides, it becomes negative.
And I'm trying to be negative.
All right,
Oh, okay.
All right, let's do this one slower. So
I always, I'm so pretty.
where is the problem at? It's in here. Okay, let's scroll in here. Let me get my axes. Shapes. All right, I'll go with that for now. All right, let's see what we have here. First thing you want to do is solve for y. So let's take a look and see what you did there.
I subtracted 4x from both sides.
subtract 4x from both sides.
And then
Let me first check, let's check this first. You should have gotten y was less than negative 4/3 x plus 5. We don't have that. You subtracted 4x, right? 4x. Why are you subtracting a different thing from that side? That's also 4x. Whatever you do one side, you have to do the identical thing to the other side.
So it's a negative.
So then that's just 3y. Now this is just negative 4x plus 15. You can't combine them. Now, let's go through the steps here to show you how I did it. Now, there is a complication, but I haven't reached it yet. Now, we're going to subtract 4x. And then I'll have 3y is less than negative 4x plus 15. I'll put the 4x first because that part's going to have a slope. I want it to look like slope intercept point. What do you think I'm going to do now?
divide 3.
Divide both sides by 3. Yeah, divide the whole side over here by 3. And y then is less than negative 4/3 x plus 5.
I see that there.
Now let's go ahead and get the line in. Where should my line start this time?
5, 0.
Nope.
What?
0, 5.
Oh, okay, yeah. On the Wagner set, 5.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do though. I wanna fix this mouse. I'm having a lot of trouble with it. Is the mouse? No, it's not. It's driving me up a wall. Yeah, this works. All right, so you said, how did you say to start now?
0, 5.
0, 5, right? Let me get my point maker. So how do I get there then? 0, 5, tell me how to go.
0 and then up 5.
There is, come on, 1 point. All right, so then, now that I have that point, how should we proceed from there?
Down or over.
Down four, over is not a good enough word, or right, down four to the right three. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, precision is not something you're used to using all the time, and so can you imagine like somebody goes, hey, can you tell me how far this place is? And you give them the exact distance in meters? That doesn't generally happen. So, all right, down four, 1, 2, 3, 4, and to the right 3, 2, 3. Just do enough of them until you think you're confident you can draw a good graph. I suppose while I'm there, all right, let's go ahead and draw. I need to change this to regular size. Now what I have to do is kind of convoluted here. I told you this line needs to be dashed because it's slightly different than the other one. The inequality was different. So I'll show you what I have to do. This program does not let me do a dashed line. So I have to do this convoluted thing like this. Actually, no. Oh, I see. Not gonna select, okay. That's not the thing I thought should come up. Right again. I need to, well, let's see if it lets me erase. Oh, there we are. Treat selected ink as handwriting. We'll see why in a minute. Now I have to actually go into the draw again and erase spots out of there. So I go like this. Oh, I didn't mean to do all that. What the heck? This is not working so well. Wait, let's do that instead, see if it works better. There we go. I knew it would work. Is that dashed enough for you guys? All right, so we know that when it's less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, we'll have a solid line. When it's less than, we'll have a dashed line. The reason why is because in that previous problem, you know how I was checking the thing to make sure it worked? I was remember I did that couple of checks at the end to see if they worked or didn't work? It just so happens that every single point on that line also worked. It just so happens in this case, every single point on this line will not work. This is the line where, this is the equality line, if you will. This is the line under it, if that's exactly these values on there. Anyways, based on this though, what would you say I should do as far as shading?
We try 0, 0 and go from there.
Well, you can do this. Look at your Y. What'd you say? Oh, yeah, look at here. Look at the cursor on the screen. You see it? You follow me? Okay, now, see it says Y less than. So which shade do I shade, up or low? Upper or lower? Lower, that's exactly right. See shade underneath. Pick some method of shading that you like. This line, I probably should have extended it. So I can capture all the shade, you know? I'm extending it now. So I'm gonna shade down here. I don't care how you shade, you know, pick something to do. So let me reiterate. Every single point that you can pick inside of here, even 0, 0, will satisfy the inequality. You can do it real quick in your head, see what I'm talking about. If you were to take and replace X and Y with 0, the sign would be 0. Is it true that 0 is less than 15? Yeah. So at that point is a solution. You can even pick this, what is this one on the line here? 1, 2, 3, 1. If I try 3, 1, it will fail. So I'm going, starting here at the origin, I'm gonna go to the right 3 and up 1. So I'm gonna try the point 3, 1. So I'm gonna replace x with 3 and y with 1. So I'm going with the original equation, 4x plus 3y less than 15. Let me go ahead and put the numbers, 3 for x, 1 for y.
So go here. So 15 is less than 15.
Yeah. So right, on left you get 15. Is it true that a number is less than itself? Now, you see, if it had a little line under it, it would be true, wouldn't it? That's why it worked before and not here. That's why you need the dashes to indicate some of those points on the line is a solution. All right, I will try. I know it's a little weird, but the line shouldn't be that hard to do. It's just a matter of the shading is a new nuance to the whole thing. Where am I going to? All right, so let's give you, we did that one. I'll take care of the weird ones later. Let's right now just handle the basic things and get a handle on that. Then we'll handle the strange ones after that. Yeah, they already got it in the form that you want it in, so that can happen. That's nice. You have to look at my old test too, because you can expect the questions to be similar to what I've done in the past. Where's this mouse at?
Is the text not necessarily the week after?
Yeah.
Do we have homework over spring break?
Well, it'll be due, and not due during spring break. It'll be due the weekend. It's like next week is like it doesn't even happen in the schedule. It's just bypassed. So all right, let's go over what we need to do. You get your graph. Am I going to use a solid line or a dashed line here? Solid line. And then figure out, so Y is already done for you. So go ahead and give it a try. Take a few minutes and try it. Maybe I can make this thing. So, no, that's something that I'll make change it back. What the heck? Opposite the way it's marked. I don't know why it's not working. What's that?
I mean,
No, I don't. So that, I'd prefer it to look like it was angling that way. What the heck is going on here? This thing is,
I thought you had it for a second.
how far can I go? That's as far as I can do with that thing. Let's see if I look strange. I look right? That's my right. That's my left. We're good?
I think it's reversed.
Is it, am I reversed?
It's gonna be over.
No, it should look just like me. That is aiming at me, so that's your eye, that's your eyeballs right there looking at me.
Yeah.
That's me. Oh, it is flipped.
Yeah.
But it's, how is it flipped? It's not left, it's not, I think it's left to right. We'll see if this works here.
Maybe it's like a mirror.
Do they have a mirror? I'm not gonna spend all day playing with this thing. That's never happened to me before. You probably in software, you might be able to do some reversing of it. I'm not sure. But that is not how that's supposed to look.
Yeah, it's weird because wouldn't they know that something like this would come up?
Well, it usually works. I've never had this. This is the first time I've ever had it not flip for me. Let me see this AF thing is. That didn't do anything. How about AFL? It did that. Okay. I'll spend about one more minute and then I'll finish this job. I can't get it. Weird. This is absolutely strange. Well, it looked like this. Did you guys get this?
Yep.
It looked like that. Let's go ahead. When it was already solved for Y, so let's take a look at that. That thing doesn't close. Oh, that's nice. Okay. All right. So Y is already solved for. Let me go ahead and get the graph in there. All right. Where should I start my graph? How do I get there? Down 8 units? Okay, put a dot here. And then how should I move from this spot
Over two.
to the right 2?
Yes.
To the right 2? Let's go ahead and get my line in. All right, now that we have it, which side should I shade, above or below? Above, right? So anything up top of there and you have what you're looking for. And there was no line on, how would it change if there was no line under there?
You dash
It
one.
would simply be dashed, exactly right. Yeah, you could do, if you're like going through shading, you could do like this gargantuan size, like this stroke stuff. Just all this area right out here is what we're talking about. Okay, and once again, if you try any point inside of the shaded area, it will work. Any point outside of the shaded area will not work. I'm gonna try another one of these for comfort, and then I can go to the weird cases.
Yeah.
Let me do one more ordinary, regular one, and then we'll go ahead and take care of the odd things. All right, let's see what we have in here. Do this one, I think. All right, what kind of line do we use?
Dash
Dash line? And shaded which way?
below.
Below? What is that thickness? Okay, where should I start my graph? Go up one, okay. Wait, give me let me get this one in place first. All right, now how do I go? Okay. Okay. All right, same thing again. Rinse and repeat. And I'll reverse myself. Okay, let's get the line through it. I could use a ruler too. It lets me do that. Let's see how the ruler looks. I think we played this thing, haven't we? Let me get an angle just right. Is it on there, you think? Does that look good to you guys? Looks on there? Let me give myself a little space for the thickness of the ink. And then what am I in? I'm not fit. I go 2 down from that. All right. I guess I have to be in the white too. Back, dude. This thing is a pain. Dash line, yes, dash. Oh, I didn't mean, what are you doing? It's not supposed to do this. It's supposed to stay flat while I do this part.
It's like real life.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. I don't know how I take the ruler out. Do I just do this? Yeah, it goes. All right, so I've got my dash line. Which way should I shade, below or above? It's less than, y is less than. That's smaller. Down below, that's right. So less than is below, greater than is below. Then do I have? All the shades down in this region. All right. Now let's handle some of the strange ones. Let's start first with y equals x. I'll do number 15. I'm going to show you how to make use of some information you may not know is available to you in this problem. Y is already solved for.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the x-intercept?
0, 0.
0, 0. Can you tell me the slope?
1, 1.
No, slope is a number, just one. So look, you can do this in this way. If you need to see it, y is less than x. If I were to write it in a way that helps me graph it, I would do it in the following fashion. So I would rewrite this as y equals 1 times x plus 0. This way you can see the y-intercept. Do you guys all agree that this is the same thing? You can see the y-intercept and the slope. This is the most basic type of a line there is. See if you can use that to get your graph. Yeah, go ahead and see if you can do the problem.
So it'll be minus, that's the one.
Do you have the graph right?
Would you take which one being like this one?
Oh, I see.
Underneath. Is it? I thought if I put that make one. That. The next zero? Yeah. Zero is the one that's false, so it's not in the shaded region. Oh, what? That's the way to check stuff. I don't even know what's going through my brain. Something that's silly mistakes. Yeah, that's true.
So how are we down here?
So I know that, where's that?
Okay.
Got there. Now, how do you move it from that spot? How much?
One,
Then how much to the right?
one.
With that?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go with one and a line is from zero.
I'll go ahead and construct my graph while you guys are working. I honestly don't know which one's better to use, the ruler, or turn the line into art. I'm not sure. Well, see what we got here. All right, the starting point was 0, 0. Oh, did it take me off the thing? I think it does that. No, I'm still drawing, okay. 0, 0, you told me here. Now, how do I proceed from there?
Up one, right one.
Up one to the right one. So it's really simple, right? Just do a bunch of these. And you know, on these where it's up one, right one, you can go up 10, right 10. As long as you do the same amount up as you go to the right, you can do that. So if I want to save myself a little time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like it's on the line, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I can reverse myself down here. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 6, 7. To me, this has maximal accuracy. So now let me go ahead and get my line through there. So on there, it looks pretty good. So obviously I've opted to not use the ruler. Although I didn't consciously make that decision. That's not what I wanted to do. It was this. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and erase some. All right, so I got my shaded line. The less than means below. So it doesn't matter how you shade down there. I don't care what you use. You use colors. It just indicates to me which side it's on. All right, so for now, the other unusual situations that come up. There is this one right here. Y is greater than or equal to -5. You got it? Well, let me know when you're finished. I'll come out. I'll look around. I'll look at it.
What kind of line is y equals 5? Remember that? Your one now. Remember what kind? Well, I guess not a base diagram, but it's a horizontal line. You guys remember if you have y equals some number, it's a horizontal line? So this here is a horizontal line. Y equals -5 is a horizontal line.
You go ahead and put that. I don't have to put any points in either for that. That's so easy. Let me go ahead and get a graph of this thing.
So if it was X in place of Y, would that be a vertical line?
That's right. Absolutely. Good thinking. All right. I didn't mean to do that thing. All right, so -5, I'm gonna put a dot down there at -5. Because early, if you think about it, I could think of it, if you wanted to, as 0x minus 5. So the slope would be 0, so we go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 5. And I'll put a horizontal line through that point. Ha, I did not expect it to do that. I wanted to grab it and make it longer. All right, so we've got that down. Now, which way should I shade, below or above? Above, because y is greater than or equal to in this one.
Now, that's where you need to think. X controls left or right, doesn't it? So now, when you talk about less than or greater than, you're talking about left, things being on the left being less than, and things on the right being greater than.
So give this next one a try. It's just like this one. You saw it. It involves X instead, which is vertical line.
Yeah. Vertical line. You draw a horizontal line.
Verticals up and down, that's right. So with this one, it's a vertical line this time. X equals 1 is a vertical line. See what my thickness is of. So that this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a dot at 1, 0. That's on the x-axis. And then I'll draw a dashed vertical line through it. So use a ruler this time. What number do I want to get on that thing, do you think? Yep, that'll work. Up, 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 up. Come back. Room for the ink. Oh, or he's like, okay. Well, my line's fatter than I wanted it to be, but I guess it gets the job done. Okay, finally, we've got, let me get rid of that ruler. Now we've got to decide which side we want the shading to be on, to the right or to the left? To the left. Correct, to the left? So this is a smaller number because the X is less than it. X controls left or right movement. Left is smaller than right. So I'll shade over here then. We have something later on. I want to see how bad they get. No, we won't do that till later. Let's go and do, I'm gonna do 38. Think you got it?
Is the y less than greater than x plus 7?
Well, you have a negative in front of that y.
Huh?
You have a negative in front of the y still. You subtracted 3x from both sides? Then you have negative, I'm sorry, you subtracted 9x from both sides?
Yeah,
Right, so you guys have negative 3y is less than or equal to negative 9x plus 21.
okay,
Now what do you need to do?
I divided 3.
Negative 3.
Negative,
This is the thing I didn't tell you guys. This is the surprise of this class. When you divide or multiply by a negative number, it swaps the inequality.
what?
Yeah, watch this. I'll show you how it works. Suppose I have an inequality where A is less than B. Now, I would like to multiply -1 through the inequality, so I would like to know what this is. I'll figure that out in a second.
Reverse.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna subtract A from both sides. You don't have to write this stuff down. Okay? Now I'm gonna subtract B from both sides. Now, it's just not in the order it should be in, but no matter what, negative A is bigger than negative B, isn't it? I'll say that again. Well, I'll say it this way, negative B is less than negative A, right? However, that means the negative A is bigger than negative B, isn't it? See it? Switch those inequalities. There's ways around, you can avoid that if you want to, but it's just easiest, I think, to remember to switch the inequality, they come around. So let me go ahead and first start solving for x. Did anybody try to divide 3 out immediately?
No, I thought about it.
You could do it, it would have worked. That's what I did, made it a little simpler, but we'll just take it from straight up. Sort of my thought needs to be there. I'm gonna subtract 9x, both sides. So it's when you divide by -3 that the inequality switches. This is really the only difference, at least when you're working, where it's going to mess with the inequality. Every time else it's fine. So if you multiply or divide by a negative number, the inequality switches. Couldn't put it all in there. So the inequality switches, that's what you need to know before you left here tonight. So I got my y is greater than or equal to this time. Now remember, when you break this up, so I'm gonna have negative 9x over negative 3. So I'm gonna have a positive 3x minus 7. Solid line or dashed?
Solid.
Above or below?
Below.
Try again.
what?
Where's y at? Is y bigger than or less than? Bigger, that means above.
If you do 0, 0.
If you do 0 for x and 0 for y, well, let's graph it first. You don't want to do that business before you graph.
Why not the graph one?
Let's get that going. Oh, it's on that, okay. No, actually on the axes.
Because I did above. I started above.
Above is correct. All right, in this case, because the inequality switched on you. All right, let's see. First, start me off. Where am I going to start this graph at?
-7, 0. Or 0, -7.
0, -7. So I'm going to start here and simply go down 7 units. I'll get it. Now that I have that point, how should I move it from there?
Up 3 to the right one.
Up 3 and to the right 1. Or up 6 and to the right 2. Let's go get a line through all that. Solid line as we've agreed, so I'll put that through. I locked it nicely and that came off. So which way should I shade?
Above.
Above, because Y is greater than. So that's how you know. Oh, I don't care. We're gonna do more in 9.3. This is only your introduction. This is all we're gonna do for this test though. So this is above. That means up here. There you go. Okay. That's all I have. Go to your spring break. See you in a week from Tuesday.
Thank you for the class.
Sure, sure. We're doing a review when you come back. Remember, your test is waiting for you. Yeah, if I were you, you'd look at the old tests that I have and start practicing those. All right?
Last night.
You too, thanks.